Today, we're really going to deep dive into a few facets. We can go deeper into Malik's game in the future. But starting off, 9.4 3-point attempts a game puts him in the 98th percentile, 41.8% from the three-point line, 91st percentile. That's a fantastic ratio. I mean, if you're a three-point shooter with that much volume, shooting that well of a percentage, you're doing something right. So looking right into Malik Beasley, and over the grand scheme of things, 41%, that seems good until you realize that's on 517 attempts from three this year. That's a significant addition of three-pointers for a team that's relatively in the middle of the pack when it comes to 3 points made. 17th in 3 points made for Detroit, only 2 over 30th. So that's a small gap right there. That's only 2 3-pointers between them. The gap is bigger when you get from 17 to 10, and it's even larger when you look from 17 to 1. So they could just as well be a bottom 3-point team and not be in the position they're in without Malik Beasley, one of the best signings of free agency. But looking right into his favorite zones, breaking him down a little bit, he loves the right corner and left corner, shooting 56% and 47% respectively. That's where he kind of feeds on these defenses, and a lot of these clips are going to be shown with some lapses in the defense, but Malik Beasley is able to capitalize. I'm not going to take it away from what he's doing. And this is just a great pick and roll by Cade and Nassar. And those two players together have quite a gravity towards them. You see Curry, who's supposed to be on Malik Beasley back here guarding him in the paint, watching for the roll, but I don't think Curry's the guy you even want there to defend against Nassar if he rolls or if Cade gets by. But what's going to happen is Cade's going to easily see all the pressure is on them. Malik Beasley's wide open in the corner. And Malik Beasley, when he catches it, Curry's there. Curry is recovered and is on Malik, but he's going to triple threat, go straight up with it. And before Curry jumps or even has a chance to really react, it's a little too late. Beasley's able to splash home the three. And this is another play where there's just a little bit of a lapse from Kobe White staring down at Jalen Duren. And this might have been actually part of the game in the scouting report for Chicago. Jalen Duren isn't known or hasn't recently been known for his ability to pass the ball at a high level. We've seen flashes, but I think last year was a great example of Jalen Duren a little bit doing too much. This year has been a completely different story from JD, and I'm happy to say this isn't about JD. We're going to talk about Malik. Veteran thing from Malik Beasley here is you're going to see him call out, and he's going to say, JD, I'm wide open. And instead of just staying there, he's going to relocate where there's a gap. So I'm pretty sure you can see my mouse, but in between Buzelis, Kobe White, there's a gap right to the corner, which is an easy line of sight vision for Jalen Duren. Able to pass it right between, take one dribble, pass it right between. So the relocation there was absolutely exquisite from Malik Beasley. And maybe not relocation, but just adjustment of where he was. And this is going to be a little bit of a similar play. Right off the bat, you saw Malik Beasley cross from the left side to the right side to that right corner where he shoots 56%. Eric Gordon's going to wave it off. They're zoning, they're switching, they're doing a lot of different things here. And there's a lapse between these three defenders because nobody's on Malik Beasley. So they're going to do the one pass to Ron Holland. He's instantly going to notice that Malik Beasley's wide open in the corner. And then again, it's too late. Embiid just walks over, isn't able to defend that shot. And earlier I did mention relocation in the wrong context. We are now getting to relocation. We're going to see Beasley pick up his dribble, pass it right to Cade Cunningham. And as soon as he gets his footing back after making a bullet pass, he's relocating. Beasley's defender is going to be on Cade, and this is a routine. Cade instantly passes it over. Easy three. And this is going to be a play between Fontecchio and Beasley. Beasley gets the ball, drives in, instantly passes, and splits between Fontecchio and Hunter, which was a great opportunity for him to get to the corner, and Bogdanovich to have to sprint around everybody to then get the ball. Corner three. Great shot there from Malik Beasley. And an underrated part of his game is his mid-range and his float game. So we're going to look a little bit at a few of these clips, and there's a pattern you see him coming off of screens. He really loves that action coming off of these screens and being able to knock it down. So there you see it from Stu. Creates an and one opportunity. And here you see another one. Pass from Stu. Quickly, another pick and roll. Gets to the mid-range. And that's the thing is when you're such a good three-point shooter who also comes off the screen to hit threes, the defense is going to close out, and then you have a window to go to the mid-range. And if you can hit that, then you have the ability to go in for a floater. So him being able to score from all three levels of the floor allows him to have some sort of unpredictability in being able to kind of manipulate the defense, especially weaker defenders. And after watching film, the float game is something Malik Beasley has really enhanced over the past couple years. When he was with the Lakers, a lot of it was forcing his way inside, blowing by defenders, and creating something out of nothing, similar to the play we're about to see right here from Malik Beasley, blowing right by Pritchard, getting straight inside. And that was 45% of his inside shots, where this year from Malik Beasley, it's a lot of coming off screens like we're going to see here, getting defenders off balance. And even when you have a defensive player of the year candidate in Jarrett Allen, when he's off balance, you're still going to be able to get those in, especially when you have a foot on him. Another really intriguing part of Malik Beasley's game is running in transition from the left corner, right corner, doesn't matter. He's filling the lane he needs to, getting to an open spot, making open baskets, 8 of 17 from the left corner in transition. That's 25% of his left corner attempts. And then right corner, 10 of 16, that's 20% of his right corner attempts. So he's really prioritizing getting out and running, being open for a Jalen Duren, a Cade Cunningham, and a Sar Thompson when they grab a rebound. And they're pushing it up. And when you think of Cade Cunningham, and a lot of people thought the athleticism would hold him back and they wouldn't be able to get far. But you're putting these athletes around him. And a lot of people don't think of Malik Beasley as this hyper athlete. They think of him as a three-point threat. But as we've seen, he can do a lot more. And maybe he's not the most athletic two-guard in the league, but he's able to run up and down the court, get where he needs to be wide open. And above the break, a little bit less success there, 37%. And that's still a good percent, 14 to 37. And that's 9% of his above the break attempts. And honestly, after looking at the film, a lot of those come in like the last second before they wouldn't be considered in transition anymore. So I kind of just discard those myself. But there's a lot to love about Malik Beasley. I hope he stays a Piston for a few years, gets that extension. But what I don't love is getting over this flu where I'm losing my voice. So we're going to cut it right here. We're going to get right back into Pistons game recaps once they happen. And honestly, I've loved recording and posting every single day. We're going to keep doing it, getting better every single time. It's always an experience. And if you made it this far, thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day.